What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Casual Nerd Dae. I'm here to give you guys a trailer reaction to the new House of Dragons Game of Thrones spin-off series. Also, San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend, and there's a lot of stuff coming out this weekend. A lot of trailers, a lot of news about different series and TV shows and movies. And one of the first things to come out was this trailer from HBO. Another thing that came out, another thing I'm read in the same video, is the new Dungeons of Dragons House of Thieves, I think it's called. But another trailer for that came out yesterday, Thursday. I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out. I'm gunning and hoping for Saturday or Sunday, but there's a lot more trailers coming out this weekend. Again, if I'm dropping this on Saturday, then there should be a lot of Marvel and DC news coming out today, and if I'm dropping this on Sunday, then the stuff already came out, and my reaction to those should be up or should be coming out soon. But yeah, let's get into the reaction, y'all. HBO.
The dream was clearer than a memory.
I do want to say I was a pretty big fan of Game of Thrones, so I'm really excited for this show. I want to learn more. Never read the book, so didn't know like a lot of more prequel stuff before the show. It's interesting to me. And this is the Targaryen family, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That's your succession. Who else would have a claim? The firstborn child.
Yeah.
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne. The king hasn't.
And I remember there's a lot of fucked up things that go on between this family.
To choose between my brother and my daughter.
I mean, Game of Thrones is fucked up. Oh my god, I'm so into this. Let me be quiet.
Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out. You are the king. Your duty is to take a new wife.
I have decided to name a new heir. I'm your heir.
This shit looks good, bro.
He's afoot.
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen? A woman would not inherit the Iron Throne. That is the order of things.
Little do you know. Hey, never doubt women, y'all.
Your family has dragons.
That was super good.
There are power men should never have trifled with.
This fucking CG for the dragon looks incredible, bro. I know a lot of people hate on that last season. I know the dragons that make the first appearance in that. I think it's like season 3 before you saw the dragons, like full on. But like the CG is really, really good on with the dragons. So we need to stop hating. Like the cinematography of the show is always top tier, bro. This looks fucking beautiful.
Where is sacrifice? They see you as you
are. Nah, that was hard. That was hard. August 21st. Okay. So like I said, I fucked with Game of Thrones heavy. But yeah, big fan of Game of Thrones. I know the last season, a lot of people weren't really fucking with it. I know they kind of was very underwhelming with. I would say even with the dragons, like they didn't, like they played a big part, but like they didn't dominate as much as I think we all thought they were coming. I think a lot of us was like, oh, actually no, because then they did pull up in that one episode on. Damn, bro, I'm forgetting people's names, but. I don't know. I enjoyed the last season of Game of Thrones pretty much, and I'm excited for this show. I want to see where this goes. Again, I'm a casual nerd, so I don't know everything, and Game of Thrones is not something I'm like super versed in. But again, I watch every single season. I'm actually currently rewatching it again because this show is coming out so soon, and I want to like refresh my memory and just to find out more about the Targaryen family. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Just to learn more about them and like how they reigned when they were in control of the Iron Throne, and what it was like with them having those dragons being like more of like a normal populated thing, and like how they show the dominance with the dragons. Because I was trying to get into I feel like in the last season there were a couple. I think there was one episode where the dragons like fully took over that one castle, but then again, like they didn't really show the dragons, and I think the show, since it's the House of Dragons, they're probably gonna just be all over the show, and we're gonna really see what it was like with the Targaryens controlling shit with the dragons, and seeing how fierce they were as a family with the dragons, and that's something I'm really excited to see. Yeah, just learning more about this. I haven't read the book, so just learning more about this is dope. And yeah, I'm excited for the show. August 21st, I think they said it comes out. So I definitely gotta fucking get this rewatch for Game of Thrones over and done with, just so I can remember as much as I can. I'm excited for some of the actors. One of the girls that she was about to stab somebody. She's in a couple of shows and movies I've seen, and she's a great actress. I'm sorry I don't know her name. By the time the show comes out, I'm definitely gonna know at least a decent amount of the people that's in the show. Or at least I'm gonna try to get myself to remember a decent amount of people from the show. But yeah, I'm excited for the show. Can't wait to see what they do with it. And yeah, I'm glad I'm getting more Game of Thrones, because I'll be honest, I was late to the wave. Actually, I do look-y want to get into this. I actually got into Game of Thrones from the video game, the Game of Thrones video game, and I think it was like free on Xbox Game Pass for like a month or so. And I played it. I think like they gave the first like 3 storylines for free, and then you have to buy out the rest. And I played the first 3, and I was like, "Yo, this shit is kind of fire." And I knew my dad watched the show, but again, I was at that point. I think there was already like 3-4 seasons in, so I was a little late to the show. And I personally, if I'm late to something, I usually don't try to like rush to get into it, and because it seems like I won't say a fake fan, but like, you know, like. I wasn't in tune when it first started, so I don't want to hop in and be on the bandwagon of the show. But I played the game, and I enjoyed the game, and then I bought the full package of the game, and then finished that. I think I literally finished it all in one day. That's how into it I was. And then I was like, yeah, I gotta watch the show. Like this is where it's at. And then I watched the show, and it was even better than the game, obviously. But like the show was incredible. Kit Harington as Jon Snow was super duper fire, and now he's in MCU as Black Knight is super interesting. We got Richard Madden also. He got killed short in the show, and in the game he dies too, or at least his character dies in the game. And then watch the show, and then they portray it in the show, and it's like, oh my god, this is even better. I don't know, everything about Game of Thrones was really interesting. I love it. So just getting more of this of Game of Thrones content, and I think they have like 11 like spin-off series and like possible movies. I don't know if there's movies, but they have a bunch of spin-offs coming soon. So this is one of the first. So if they keep looking this good and it's telling more prequel stories, stuff that we don't really know about, I'm definitely excited. And I'm pretty sure there's a Jon Snow show coming out soon too. So look out for that. But let's get into the next video. Get into Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, I do want to say before this one starts, big fan of Chris Pine. I think Michelle Rodriguez is also in this. It's Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Big Chris Pine fan. I honestly is mostly from Star Trek. I don't know why. I mean, he did a really good performance in that movie, obviously, but from that, I think that movie came out. When did that movie come out? I want to say like 2013, maybe. Not sure when exactly that movie came out, but remember seeing like it was like around I was in middle school when that movie came out, and seeing Chris Pine in that. My dad was a huge Star Trek fan, and this is like I watched like the Patrick Stewart, like the old TV show ones, but obviously as a little kid didn't fully be able to comprehend the show. And then I went and watched the newer J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies with my dad, and Chris Pine was in the role, and he like knocked out the park. And ever since that movie, I was a big ass fan of him. So usually when he comes out with stuff, like I always try to like at least check in and see if I will be into it. So, and I honestly don't really know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously I know it's a game, but like not a video game, but like a board game. I know it's a game and all, but outside of that, I have no other knowledge of it. So this trailer is probably gonna tell me everything and see if I'm really into it. Again, like I fuck with Chris Pine. Dungeons & Dragons seem cool through Stranger Things. I know Dungeons & Dragons fans, you guys are gonna kill me for that. I do apologize, but again, I'm not into. So again, that's some of my knowledge where this is coming from. So I'm excited to see what the trailer takes me. If I fuck with it, I'll tune in and watch the movie. But yeah, let's get into it.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves.
Yeah, I heard the trailer gives like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes.
You're bound to make enemies.
Seemed like it.
Sometimes those enemies come looking for revenge.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Paramount. Oh, okay, Paramount movie. Okay, Paramount.
Truth be told,
Chris Pine, I think what I like about him the most, like he's funny. He can be like play like a serious, shit is about to go down.
But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that out?
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez.
Out over a drink?
Probably best. You need to give us a fighting chance. We're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
Oh, she fucked him up.
We also need courage. Magic.
Oh, is that Justice Smith? Or Justice Smith from Showtime? Oh, shit.
What is that again? Now there.
Whoa. That looked good.
You won't. There is evil here.
This is dope.
I'm glad he's on our side.
This one's dangerous. But whatever happens, we'll be ready.
Okay.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plays the lute.
not relevant.
Oh, 2023. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons. Honor Amongst Thieves. I like it. Like I said, oh, my green screen's off. Well, that's embarrassing. Let's just that's good enough. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Fuck with it. Looks good. Like I said, I like Chris Pine, so for the most part, I'll usually tune into his movies. I don't really know much about it. I know it's like again, I know it's a game, like a strategy game. So I wonder how they're gonna incorporate that into the movie. Like, will these be like actual characters in this actual world and we're living in the world, or is it like we're watching somebody play the game and we're just seeing like their imagination of what the game is like? Obviously we'll have to go see when the movie comes out. I'm actually, why is this like this? What happened? We were good. We had a good thing going, and then okay, there we go. I just watched a video. It's like all about Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Amongst the Thieves, and it seems like it said they're gonna have a lot of like practical effects similar to the Mandalorian, what they did with Grogu. So like I guess some of the creatures in the game or in the movie will be like puppeted, which I think that's dope to see. Obviously we live in a world where CG is very, very like good, and you can just CG the fuck out of a movie like they do in Mandalorian or most like MCU movies. But for them to have like practical like puppets on this thing for some of the creatures, that always makes the detail of the movie or a show like just that much better. Because like obviously like you can tell when something is like a CG animated thing and when something's like actually there and like the actor has to actually interact with something physical. So just that little detail, at least to me, matters. I think another thing they said they want to mix in some comedy, and like I said, Chris Pine has a really good ability to be funny, but also like serious, and also like a really good leader. In most of his roles in most movie roles that he played. So I'm excited to see that. And this video also is going on for too long, so I'm gonna cut it short. But I'm excited for both of these things. House of Dragon comes out this year, August 21st. So obviously we can see that first, and I'm most likely gonna do a review either of the whole season as a whole or episode by episode. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do the whole season or episode by episode. And then when I think they said March 2023 for Dungeons and Dragons, so whenever that comes out, definitely gonna do a review of that. I love the way they both look. I will say to as a contrast, obviously the Game of Thrones show is mostly based on dragons, so the CG of the dragons, I would assume they put a lot more money into to make sure they look good. And in comparison to Dungeons and Dragons, again, I'm not comparing them these things are on the same tier or same level. Obviously, one's a TV show, one's a movie. But I will say the dragons in House of Dragons look much better than they do in Dungeons and Dragons. But I will also say that girl that shapeshifted from to that beast into back to her normal self, that transition looked fire. The difference, right? You could CG the fuck out of things and look like House of Dragons, where the dragons mostly look good. But I will say, especially for a TV series like this, most of CG is probably just gonna be the dragons, and all the other characters in House of Dragons are gonna be normal people. So I guess the budgeting for that is much different compared to this Dungeons and Dragons movie. I'm sure that whole entire thing is gonna be mostly CG, and it's gonna be like I said, there's gonna be a couple practical effects and practical puppets on scene during the movie. But again, so much CG, it's not the best. But again, I'm not a pro. I obviously don't know shit. I'm saying all this shit is CG, and some of it might not even be CG. It might be some type of other animation style. But yeah, like I'm saying, they both look good. I'm excited to see both of these things, and yeah, let me know if you guys are gonna watch these series, and let me know what other things you want me to react to. And hope you guys enjoyed the video and come back for another one. See you on the flip side. Deuces.